Happy Tuesday, everyone. Brad Herlock here, host of the Garage Grit podcast and founder of AA Shop Marketing. And before we dive in, a quick reminder, I'm not a coach. I'm a digital marketing guy who helps shop owners like you attract the right type of customers, achieve consistent and profitable growth, right? So welcome to part 2 of our 3-part live stream series addressing the critical question facing auto repair shop owners everywhere. Yes or no? Should you hire a coach? And if you caught the previous session, you'll remember that we introduced 3 different shop owners, Mike, Josiah, and Kevin. Each had their own journey and perspective on coaching. And in today's session, we're focusing on one of the crucial aspects of coaching, accountability and group dynamics. And how does being part of a coaching group or community impact your shop? Do you even need accountability? What could a coaching community be the difference between stagnation of your shop and sustained growth year over year? So let's dive into it. And by the way, if you haven't already listened to this podcast, it's podcast episode 21. You can find it on Spotify, YouTube, Apple wherever you get your podcasts. And if it snuck up on you and you didn't notice it, then that's because you're not subscribed to the channels, to that channel. And so you need to do that so that you get notified every time we drop a new episode, and more are coming. So pay attention, make sure you hit that notification bell, and kind of go from there. But if you're just looking for the highlight of part of that episode, then keep listening, because we're going to start talking about the power of accountability. One major theme that emerged from episode 21 was the value each one of the shop owners on the panel placed on accountability that was provided within their coaching group structure. Take Josiah Martin, for example, from Ole, Pennsylvania. He openly admitted that one of the biggest challenges he faced early in his days as a shop owner was the absence of accountability. It wasn't that Josiah and his business partner lacked discipline. It wasn't that they weren't hardworking, because they were they were working their knuckles to the bone. They simply lacked external feedback, someone outside their shop to help them to stay focused, avoid the excuses, and keep them moving forward. Josiah specifically mentioned that having accountability partners in his coaching group with Rick White's 180 Biz forced him to face his fears and misconceptions head on, rather than kind of hiding behind excuses. Like, I can't raise my prices, my customers will leave. That's a falsehood. There's a lie. That he was pushed by his peers to step out of that comfort zone, and the results speak for themselves. His shop now runs smoother. He no longer feels burnt out or overwhelmed. And I'm wondering if that example resonates with every single one of you, or if you have your own. Have you struggled with accountability for your shop? Honest assessment. Step back and see whether or not how that might be able to help you. What has helped you stay on track? Let's drop your experiences or your comments below. I'd love to hear from you, okay? All right, let's move on to section number 2 here. It's the influence of group dynamics. Another compelling point from the podcast panel was how much these shop owners valued the dynamics of their coaching groups. So Kevin's story from a small town in northern Minnesota highlights this kind of nicely. He described joining ShopFix, even though he wasn't yet in the space. He didn't even own a shop yet, right? It wasn't just about getting advice either. It was about being part of a supportive network or a tribe. Kevin explained that within ShopFix, he regularly engages in weekly group calls and quarterly gatherings, fostering true connections, building friendships, and these relationships that he emphasized created a safe environment for honest conversations. He wasn't afraid to show his vulnerabilities, his real challenges, his raw numbers. And I'm not surprised to hear this, but some of you might be. Instead of judgment, he received guidance, support, and even tough love when needed it. So these group dynamics became essential for Kevin as he transformed from working in an unrelated field into owning an auto repair shop. His peers and their diverse experiences allowed him to quickly adapt and overcome the challenges that he never could have navigated alone. One of the highlights that I really like that Kevin said was about how If your shop is running a certain way, I'm going to paraphrase it. You'll have to look for the clip to get it exactly. Um, if your shop is running a certain way, it's because you designed it that way, and it's on you. Uh, and so these peer groups are designed to help you see that. And so now I'm going to ask: are you currently a part of a peer group? Maybe it's not inside of a coaching group. Maybe it's a different association or networking group or whatnot. And are they doing a good job supporting your growth? I'd love to hear some other options or some other alternatives. I'd love to hear what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, and if part of that picture that's kind of stagnant for you is marketing, then I need you to know that AA Shop Marketing provides a community-driven approach to help you attract customers. Not any customers, not miscellaneous customers, but the customers that are going to value what you have to offer. And to get more information on that, you can obviously just go to aashopmarketing.com. You can drop me a message. I'd be happy to chat with you. And as always, I'm always happy to help before we actually talk about our program. So if you want to back up a step and say, what's next for me, I'm happy to do the research and share that with you. So thank you for being a part of our community. Now, the next section of the of episode 21, balancing and transparency and confidentiality. So balancing those. So I know that sharing numbers can be daunting. And Mike, with his extensive experience dating back to the 70s, struggled with this too. He admitted openly during the panel, as an old school shop owner, he was hesitant to share confidential information and details and metrics. But Mike eventually recognized the value of that controlled transparency. So when you share your struggles and numbers with the right peer group, you gain actionable feedback that you simply can't get elsewhere. But you can't get that actionable feedback without sharing those numbers and those metrics. So coaching groups provide that structure, that confidentiality as well. And so members are going to be trusting each other and respecting each other's privacy. This environment allows everyone to learn and openly without fear of competition or judgment. The balance of transparency and confidentiality allows shop owners like Mike to benchmark their business effectively and improve on critical areas such as pricing and efficiency. Mike's shops not only became more profitable, but he's found a peace of mind knowing that his peers were invested in his success. So how do you feel about sharing? I already know the answer to that, right? There's going to be two groups: those who are already involved in coaching groups and those who aren't, who are going to answer this question of how you feel about sharing your shop's financial metrics with peers. And so that transparency, how difficult was it for you? How difficult is it for you? Tell me. Share your experiences. Hit me up. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And we are, if you think you are a good candidate to be on our Origin and Impact series, and that might be part of your picture, I'd also love to hear from you and line you up for one of those episodes as well. So how do we choose the right coaching group for an auto repair shop? How do we choose the correct accountability structure? It's important that you're going to select a community and a coach that matches your personality, your values, your business style. As I mentioned before, Josiah shared a great insight about choosing based on ethics and alignment rather than just numbers and pitches. Kevin highlighted sometimes the best group for you might not necessarily match your exact situation, but can offer fresh perspectives. Finding that right group or community can be transformative, be as transformative as the coaching itself. Yeah, I think it's worth the time investing upfront to explore your options and speak to other shop owners who have walked that path before you. So now's a great time to kind of like pat your coach on the back. Feel free to do that. What coaching groups are you a part of? What communities are you a part of? How did you align your values with their values, or when you decided on going that with them? What other factors helped you choose them? And so feel free to raise your hand, brag about your coach and your community, and tell us why you chose them initially. All right, as we wrap up today's session, a big takeaway here is that coaching isn't just about advice. It isn't just a here's a to-do list, go do this and, put it in the machine. It's also about accountability, group support, finding the right environment that helps you grow and thrive. The accountability and group dynamics are essential ingredients that can significantly accelerate your success. So, every shop owner that we've spoken to agrees that there's value in this type of structure, this type of arrangement. Remember, you can listen to the full conversation for yourself. Check them out. Find out for yourself on the Garage Grit Podcast, episode 21, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. We're all over there. So join the conversation inside this group. All right. I want to continue to encourage everyone to not just comment on the lives, but actually just post in general and comment on the past podcasts. We're going to continue to do the monthly panels, and we do have one spot still open for the June's panel. So maybe if you'll be hearing from me soon. If you have any questions about, say, the coaching that we've mentioned, I'd be happy to connect you to people at ATI, ShopFix Academy, or 180 Biz. Just comment below, message me. I'm trying to help as many shops as possible while we're also helping and advising them on digital marketing. Again, thank you for joining us today. I'll keep an eye out for the third and final part of this live stream series. We're going to dive into coaching's direct impact on profitability, pricing strategies, and emotional discounting. You don't want to miss that. Until next time, keep grinding, keep growing, and I will talk to you soon.